Now, the government, of course, is considering allowing more PSU NBFCs to issue capital gains bonds under Section 54 EC of the Income Tax Act. And that is the one important update to watch out for. Of course, we'll be getting you more details on this. But sources tell your channel that the renewable sector's financing needs could push the MNRE to seek approvals from the Finance Ministry to include green-focused companies, NBFCs, the likes of IREDA as well. And that is the one news update that we were watching very closely. But let's also take this conversation forward, take a look at the kind of market action then that we saw and make sense of it with Kunal Bothra then. Kunal?
So I think it's been a fantastic expiry. I think we started off, on the back of the overhang in the August series or the start of the August series, where the markets had corrected very sharply. From there, we've scaled up quite well. We've managed to cross, landmark resistances for the index, 24,000, 25,000, and we've also scaled past about the 26,000 mark in this series, and especially in the last few days. I think what we've classified this kind of a move for the index is the sector participation. I think that's been one of the best churns which we've seen across the market phases over the last many months. We are not dependent on just one or two sectors which tend to lead up, which had tend to lead up the previous move for the indices. Right now, it's the large cap show which is at play. Banks, autos, financials, metals, real estate stocks. I think these stocks have made a very strong comeback, and it just looks like that the markets is, the market breadth is getting a lot more better, especially on the larger cap front. So I would probably believe that this move is here to sustain till the time these large cap stocks show signs of resilience as well as sturdiness.
Okay, so Kunal, you mentioned about the large caps leading from the front, and of course the entire overall breadth is also very positive from here. But the banks and financials haven't performed much as yet. We're still waiting for them to, though it was up in 2 days, nearly the index is up at 450 points. But then is that the next leg of move can come from banks, or the action lies majorly in other sectors like auto, energy and metals?
So I think it's going to be a mix of many sectors combined, because in the previous legs, for example, just as an example, in the last 3 months prior to the start of this banking rally is where we saw the FMCG, IT and pharma index. These three were the top performing sectors for 3 or 4 consecutive months going into the month of June, July and August for the markets. And I think that's where the bank Nifty and many of the other sectors, they got into a sharpish kind of a correction. Some of them got into a major time-wise consolidation. But now it seems like that there could be a turn where banking stocks, the metal stocks, as well as real estate names, these 3 sectors could make a very strong comeback. There could be a potential comeback into the PSU names, but I would probably believe that maybe another few weeks of consolidation for the PSU stocks, and they could be ready for the next series where you might see these stocks also getting into a short covering mode. So as of now, I would believe banks, metals as well as real estate could be the top 3 names.
Okay, so that means sectoral churn is completely, that's visible on the screen also. What will be the 2 trades that you would recommend to our viewers today?
So I would recommend a buy on ICICI Bank at current levels, expecting the stock to move towards the next strong psychological mark of 1400 as a target. Stop loss could be kept at 1300 for ICICI Bank. And the second would be a buy on PVR Inox. That stock has done exceptionally well from 1700 to now 1740 approximately on intraday move. So buy with a target of 1800, stop loss at 1685.
All right, thanks Kunal for taking time out and joining us and telling us your view coming in on PSU banks and lots.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.